Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am filming this very last minute because I was just not motivated to vlog, and I still am not motivated to vlog, so I don't even know if there'll be a next video, honestly. But I didn't want to not post a video, so I decided to do a Q&A because that just seems pretty easy. So I asked you guys to leave some questions that you had for my very last pregnancy Q&A, and you guys left a lot. So I probably am not going to be getting to all of them because this video would be like an hour long if I did. I had to zoom you guys in because it was kind of weird, but I need to make sure you can't see her name sign either. But anyway, I'm just gonna get to as many questions as I can. Sorry if I don't answer yours, but there was a lot. Way more than what I expected. First question is your husband nervous about welcoming baby, partially pertaining to birth itself? I think yes. When we left our last appointment, the doctor was telling us that we have one appointment left, and Jared was kind of like, no, let's go back to another 4 months. I think it's just setting in that it's actually happening, and he is getting nervous. But pertaining to birth, I don't know. I haven't really asked him about that. Will hubby get any time off from work? Yes. He, I think, is gonna be taking 4 weeks off. I'm not entirely too sure. That could just be playing it by ear as well. But that's just from his primary job. I think he's only going to take 2 weeks or maybe a week off from his other job where he just works a few days a week. So I guess we'll see when it gets to that time, see if I really need him around or if he's more flexible to go back to work a few days. I don't know. Will baby girl be Team Broncos or Chiefs? Obviously Team Broncos. Come on now. Honestly, this is the most asked question. I meant to answer it the very first one, but the most asked question is, will you be vlogging the birth / labor and delivery? I'm going to do my best. I don't want to sit here and say, yes, I'm definitely gonna vlog, because I don't want to give you false hope if that doesn't end up happening. But all I can say is I definitely want a video, but I just don't know if in the moment, if I'm gonna remember to pick up the camera or not, or how that's gonna work. I'm assuming I'm gonna get some clips of, us in the labor and delivery room if I don't make a whole vlog. But if I don't make a whole vlog, you'll definitely get a birth story with clips incorporated in it, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely gonna try. I'm just not trying to put too much pressure on myself to do it also, but it would be really, really cool for all the memories, so I would definitely want to. Will you still continue to upload regularly once baby girl is here, or are you taking time off of YouTube? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gonna be posting twice a week right when she first arrives. I feel like my main focus is gonna be her and all her needs, and I feel like YouTube is kind of just gonna be in the back of my mind behind that. I definitely still want to post. I just don't know how often or when that is gonna happen. If you guys were around before I announced I was pregnant, it was during my first trimester, I was so exhausted. All I wanted to do is sleep all the time, and I kind of used the excuse of being burnt out to only upload once a week. So I might just go back to uploading once a week and kind of try and stick to that schedule. But also, again, I'm not trying to put too much pressure on myself if I miss an upload or whatever. So we'll just have to see. I definitely want to vlog and get all these first weeks and stuff with her. But as for finding time to edit and upload and stuff, I don't know what that looks like right now. But I don't want to take a lot of time off, obviously. I am taking off 12 weeks for my actual job, which was another question in here, so that'll be nice, freeing up that time to be able to edit and vlog if I want to get some content up for you guys. But as far as the schedule, I really don't know right now. This one says, what have you done to help prepare for baby? Did you read any books, take classes, YouTube videos, etc.? Jared and I did take birthing classes in October-ish, and honestly, I just have grown up around babies. I have a lot of cousins. I've also worked at a daycare, so I am just very familiar with babies, and I just literally feel like I was born to be a mom. So I just know a lot of it, but I've also learned a lot through watching other creators on YouTube that are in the mom era, and that's been really nice too. I feel reading books can be helpful, but almost just watching people and relating to them, I feel that's more common and that's more easy nowadays than just reading by the book, because every baby is going to be different. So the book information is not going to pertain to every single baby. You're just going to have to learn as you go. But I do have moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, am I ready? But like, I know as soon as she's here, like my mom instincts are just going to kick in and it's just going to feel so natural. So I know that happens for everybody. I love this question. It says, I would like to ask about your postpartum workout plans. I know you did a lot of videos before your pregnancy featuring your workouts, which I am so excited to get back to working out. And I know it's gonna be a long road. Like, I'm not just gonna like pick up right where I left off. And honestly, like, that's okay. I plan to do like a lot of postpartum workouts, like maybe even purchase. I know Brittany Lupton just released like a postpartum guide or whatever. So I might even like look into purchasing that, or just like finding videos on YouTube and then just like taking it really slow, working my way back into like weightlifting and stuff, which I miss so much. But I know like I just can't jump right back into it. As soon as I'm cleared to like work out and stuff, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And I can't wait. I can't wait to take baby girl on walks when it gets warmer. It's just gonna be so I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. This one says, wondering how you and your hubby met, how long you've been together, why you decided to adopt golden retrievers. Also, just if you want to watch it, it was last March. Jared and I did a Q&A together. I'll link it down below. You guys can go watch that if you are like more interested on like me and Jared, because we answered a lot of questions together in a Q&A. So you can go watch that if you want to know more about like us as a couple and stuff. But we met on Tinder almost, around 7.5 years ago, I think. And we have been married for coming up on 4 years. And why you decided to adopt golden retrievers, because they're literally the cutest freaking dogs on the planet. We're obsessed with them, and I want another one. If we had a bigger house, I probably would be getting a third golden retriever, which I know I'm literally insane, but they're just so freaking cute. What are you looking forward to experiencing with your baby? Honestly, I just can't wait to do like everyday mundane things with her, like going to the grocery store and taking her to church. I literally remember sitting in church like before we were pregnant, and I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to walk in this church with the belly and just, you know, walk up to communion pregnant and stuff. And it's like so crazy that like I'm living out these prayers that I used to pray, and then my next season of prayer is about to come to fruition as well, like me holding my baby walking into church, and like Jared and I going out to eat as a family and stuff. Like, it's so crazy, and I just can't wait to like do all the things that Jared and I love to do, but just like add in our little baby, which is so fun. Oh, I'm so excited. Are you going to announce her name as soon as she's born? Also, will she be in future videos, or will you be keeping her private? I'll definitely announce her name like within a few days of her being born. I don't know what that timeline looks like. We'll just have to see like how soon after she's born we like can get her announcement pictures taken and all that stuff, and then when we can be able to post her. And then also, will she be in future videos, or will you be keeping her private? I definitely will have her in my videos. I'm not going to try and like make all my content be like centered around her. Like, I still want my content very much like my life with just her added into it. I don't want to like become a family channel or anything like that. Like, I still want the main focus to be me, but obviously a big part of my life now is becoming a mother, so she will be in my videos. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like hide her face or anything like that, but I don't know. What was your most cravings pregnancy, and what trimester was more hard for you? I don't feel like I've had any true cravings where I like wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh my god, I need this, or I'm gonna like cry or whatever like that. I will say during the first trimester, I needed like some sort of potato like almost every single day. My go-to potato was hash browns. I loved hash browns, and that lasted for about 3 weeks. But other than that, like, it was more like just a random different craving every single day, and it wasn't one consistent thing other than that 3-week span of me wanting hash browns. And then, what trimester has been the most hard for you? Absolutely, without a doubt, the third trimester is the hardest trimester. Ugh, it is so hard. My first trimester and my second trimester were a breeze. Honestly, loved every single minute of it. Third trimester, girl, it's rough out here. Which, that was another question I saw, is like, how soon after this baby would you want another one? Before the third trimester hit, if you would ask me that question, I would have said at my 6 weeks checkup, we're gonna get started again. But I absolutely need a break from being pregnant after the third trimester. It is just so uncomfortable. I don't sleep really. I'm swollen all the time. My vagina literally feels like it's tearing in half like 60% of the day, and it's so uncomfortable. So yeah, if it wasn't for the third trimester, I would love to be pregnant right away again, but I need a break. And I don't know how long that break is going to be. Obviously, it's all up in God's hands, but the third trimester is no joke. What was the most uncomfortable thing about being pregnant, and what is the most lovely thing about being pregnant? Most uncomfortable thing is the third trimester, like just in a whole. It just all around is so hard. Swelling, uncomfortable all the time, feeling like you can't breathe, trying to sleep. Vagina feels like it's actually ripping in half. I feel like the weight gain is just like ramped up in the third trimester, and it's just very hard. But the most lovely thing about being pregnant, I feel like, is always, of course, getting to feel our baby girl kick and move around in there. There's just no better feeling, honestly. I love feeling her move. It's the best. This one says, will you have more children in the future? Which I kind of answered that vaguely, I guess. Like, we do plan on having more children. When, I don't know. And how many? I'm thinking 3. I think 3 is a good number. That's God willing. Also, are you nervous about introducing baby girl to the doggies with all the jumping, etc.? No. Like, I feel like they're gonna be very good. I almost feel like Honey might be scared of her at first, because like when toddlers come around, she's very, very like timid, like doesn't really want anything to do with them until she warms up to them. So I think she might be a little scared, but once she gets used to her and like knows that she's gonna be around for a while, I know she's gonna think that she is the mother of her baby. Like, she's gonna be right there, you know, she's the nosiest freaking dog. She's gonna be up in her business and just like trying to watch her every move. So I'm not nervous about the dogs at all. And then Granger, I kind of feel like he will just think, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Like, he'll be like sniffing, obviously, at first, like wondering what it is, but I don't really think he'll care too much about it. I think he'll just be like, oh my god, dad's back, and just be so into to Jared, because if you have not seen, he is definitely a daddy's boy. He is just obsessed with Jared. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I think meeting them will be a breeze. And I think another question in here was like, how are we going to do that meeting process? I think Jared might come home sometime before like we actually bring the baby home and have the dog smell one of her blankets, possibly. That's kind of like what we talked about, but I don't know exactly the timeline of how that's gonna look. But yeah, I think Honey's gonna think that the blanket is for her, but it's whatever. This one says, what was your biggest misconception about pregnancy? Something that happened to you that you never heard of? My nose got bigger during my pregnancy, but went back after a couple of days. That is wild. I don't think I've ever heard of that. And like, honestly, how would you notice that? That's crazy to me. I don't really know. I had heard that your feet can get bigger, like grow sizes, and that happened to me, which I didn't think was possible. I don't know. I just didn't see that happening, but it definitely did. Before pregnancy, I was like, I could fit into like a 6.5, 7.5, and now I have to have an 8 to 8.5, which it could also be from swelling a little bit, but I feel like that happened also before I started swelling. So yeah, my feet grew. Hopefully they go back, because I don't want to have to buy all new shoes. Question, what excites you most about life after birth? 1, sleeping on my damn stomach again. I cannot freaking wait to sleep on my tummy. I just miss it so much. But obviously, other than that, like, I'm so excited to like be a mom and just enter this new lifestyle and just have a little built-in mini bestie, which is so crazy. And just, again, like doing everyday life with her. Like, it's just crazy to me that we're about to have a baby. I cannot believe it. Will Jared be hands-on dad, like helping with diaper changes, feeding, etc.? That is funny that you asked, because yesterday Honey threw up, and I cannot do dog throw up. Like, it literally like takes me out. I don't know what it is, but it just ugh, it's the one thing I cannot handle. And so Jared cleans it up usually, and he was on the phone with one of his buddies, and he was talking about like when the baby's here and how he's probably going to be changing like all the dirty diapers because I won't be able to handle it. I'm like, okay, like go off. I mean, I can do poop. I will do poop over puke any day. But I mean, if he thinks he's gonna change all the dirty diapers, go for it, because I don't know any guy that's like willing to do that, you know, just voluntarily. So if he wants to do it, he can do it, but I don't mind poop. I can do poop. But I just thought that was funny that he said that, because his buddy on the other line was like, I do not do poopy diapers. He's like, I will not change them. And Jared's like, I'm probably gonna be the one to do it. I'm like, okay, whatever. This one says, what were your most favorite products during pregnancy / stuff you couldn't live without? Also, I have, oh, I don't know how to say that word. Something phobia, and am dreading the morning sickness. Any tips on how to survive? If you guys do not know, I have an Amazon storefront, and everything that I've used during pregnancy is linked in my Amazon storefront that I've got. I have a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole bunch of different sections, like pregnancy, baby girl, nursery, postpartum, like everything. So if you ever like want to check out any products that I've been used, go check out my Amazon storefront and you can find all the stuff there. But I would say the number one thing that I have used throughout majority of my pregnancy is my body pillow. I don't think I would be even remotely comfortable or even get any bit of sleep without that body pillow. It is so comfortable to me, and it just helps me like prop them up on my side so I'm not like on my back, and it kind of makes me feel like that I'm like sleeping on my stomach a little bit, so that's been helpful. But definitely look into a pregnancy pillow when the time comes, because I feel like they truly help. And then as far as dreading morning sickness or dealing with morning sickness, I personally never had morning sickness. There would be a few times where I would feel a little bit nauseous, and I would find that I would only feel that way if my stomach was empty. So always like keep your stomach full when you are in your first trimester or anytime that you're going through that. So definitely like do more snacking during the first trimester, eat smaller meals, just to like basically be eating non-stop the first trimester, and I found that really helped my nausea. But good luck. Somebody asked what is my greens powder called that I take. It's the 1UP Nutrition Daily Greens and Reds. I absolutely love it. I'll link it down below for you guys. It is just like a powder that you put in your water in the mornings, and it gets you like your daily needs of fruits and vegetables, and it's so good. It's the best greens powder that I've ever taken, and I've been taking greens powder for over 10 years now, and I just love 1UP Nutrition greens. You can get them in so many different flavors. They are a little more pricey, but if you use like a creator's code or something, I always use code Sydney A for Sydney Adams. It gets you like 20% off, which it like brings it down to like $30 something, which is really nice. But I love them. This one says, do you guys plan on having more kids? And if so, how many? I think I went over that. Do you plan on going back to work or being a stay-at-home mom? I will have to go back to work, unfortunately. But overall, my ideal career goal, or whatever you want to call it, is being a stay-at-home working mom. So I would love to be able to stay at home with my babies and to pursue like content creating full-time. So that is what I would ultimately love to do. So hoping that can happen within the next few years, because that would be the dream, because I just love creating content and just like vlogging my life and sharing it with you guys and growing our YouTube family. It's such awesome experience, and I go back and watch all my vlogs all the time, and it's like my favorite thing to do. So I cannot wait to do that and add a little baby into it, because that would be so nice. And then just to be able to do it for a living, like that's the dream. That's the dream. This one says, any scares about labor and delivery you can't get rid of and how to deal with it? Yes. Obviously, like labor and delivery is a very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like anything can happen. Like no labor is ever the same, and there's just so much stuff that can happen. It can be very, very scary, and my biggest fear is just like obviously something happening to her. I'm way more scared of that happening rather than like me tearing, like something happening to me. Like I just want to make sure that no matter what, she is safe and healthy and just everything goes perfect for her. I would much rather have something obviously happen to me than her. Obviously, we pray to God that we both have a healthy and safe delivery. But yeah, that is just my biggest fear, is something happening to her, but I just know that everything is in God's hands. God is going to protect us. God is going to place his hand over us and be with us during labor and delivery. And yeah, it just makes me so freaking happy and thankful when I see you guys leaving comments on my videos that you guys are praying for our healthy and safe delivery. Like, that is like the nicest comments that I see, and it just almost makes me want to cry every single time, because it means so much to me, just because I do have like fears in the back of my head about that. So if you've ever left a comment like that, thank you so much. It just literally means the world to me, and I am so thankful that we have our little YouTube fam praying for us. This one says, is there anything in particular you and Jared are doing to prepare the dogs? Honey will love her. We already know that. Haha. Other than like, we've had them in the room while we're getting it ready, and we've had the car seat out. I've tried taking them on walks with the stroller, and then Jared bringing home a blanket from the hospital with the scent of her on it. There's nothing really else we're gonna be doing. We're just going to, I think it's really gonna be fine. I don't really see them having an issue with it at all. I just think Honey's gonna be really, really happy to be a mother of the new baby. This one says, what has been your favorite memory that you experienced while pregnant, and what is something that you did not expect to experience while pregnant? I love your videos and I pray for a safe and healthy delivery. Thank you so much. I think my favorite memory that I experienced when we were pregnant is finding out that little baby is a girl. Like, I go back and watch that reel all the time. Like, it's just the craziest thing to me. Like, I don't know, like, I loved that moment, like, of just like going from not knowing and like thinking we knew what it was to then just being completely shocked, and then just like our world being turned upside down from there on out. Like, it's just so crazy. But honestly, to go with that, I don't know if we would find out what we're having again, like next time. I don't know. Jared didn't really want to find out what we were having this time, but I really wanted to, at least for the first one. But I don't think he wants to for the next one. And I'm kind of, I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, that's probably been my favorite memory. And obviously like hearing her heartbeat for the first time and stuff. And then, what did you not expect to experience while pregnant? I did not expect for it to be this hard. Like, I know they say pregnancy is hard, but it is hard. I thought I would be able to work out the whole entire way, and that was not the case. I only was able to like work out for like 10 weeks. I probably could have worked out the whole first trimester, well, most of the first trimester, but to be honest, I was scared too. Like, I was terrified to work out and like have something happen and then like that be the cause of it, which is ridiculous, because I know working out is like the best thing that you can do for your body during pregnancy and your baby. But honestly, I just wanted to lay low and just chill, because I was just terrified that something was gonna happen. And then I started working out right when I turned 14 weeks, and I worked out up until about 24, 25-ish weeks, which I really wish I could have gone even longer than that. But this is what like I didn't expect, like just to be in pain from working out and stuff. Like, my hips would hurt so bad, my back would hurt. I got a belly band trying to help me be able to work out, and that didn't really help. And I really thought that I was gonna be able to at least continue to take the dogs on walks, like literally up until the day of me giving birth, but that hasn't been the case either, because of swelling and because of my back pain. Like, it's honestly been hard, because I really, really, really wanted to, excuse me? Who said you could come in here, ma'am? You Miss Nosy? I think she heard me say that we were going home. Dog! But yeah, I thought bare minimum that I would at least be able to continue to go on walks every day. But honestly, that hasn't happened in like 2-3 months, which sucks. It honestly breaks my heart, not just for myself, but for my dogs, because we all know how much they love to go on walks. But even like me walking to the post office to get the mail every day, I for sure thought that was something I was going to be able to continue to do the whole time, because it's only literally like 0.6 mile walk, not that far, but I can barely even do that. It's been hard, honestly, but every single time I get back from doing that, my ankles are literally like this big, and it's just so uncomfortable. But it is what it is. And maybe next time that I'm pregnant, if I start earlier than the second trimester, my body will be a little more used to it and I can continue to do it longer. I don't know, we'll have to see, but that is something that I just did not expect during pregnancy, to be honest. I think that's pretty much it. So I pretty much answered most of you guys' questions, and I've been filming for almost an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop there so I can hurry up and get this video edited and get it up for you guys tomorrow, hopefully. I can't believe we are down to the wire. It is so freaking close. I don't really think she's gonna be coming early. I think she's pretty content in there. So I do feel like it's gonna be on my induction date, which, you know, if that's what happens, then that's what happens. We're just gonna go with it. And all we can do is pray for healthy and safe delivery. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I respond to all my comments, so let's chat. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a future upload from me. And I guess until next time, I will see you in my next video. It could be my labor and delivery video, which is so crazy. Anyway, bye guys. Thanks for watching. Go out and make the world smile. Oh gosh, look at this girl. Yes, I'm in my pajamas, don't judge, but she just takes up all the room now.